Hello, everyone. Bill Duvendak here with another interview for the Left Hand Path Consortium Untamed 2018 happening in St. Louis, Missouri. And I have a wonderful lady with me today. Would you like to announce yourself?
Hello, Bill. I'm Helene Arts, and that is spelled A-R-T-S. And I'll be very happy to join everybody at the consortium this July.
Yes, and we actually met at the consortium in Atlanta.
We did. Yeah, that's right.
Before. Yeah.
I have a little anecdote about that one because I went with my two younger children, Kieran and Ashling, and weird family vacations. And I also brought with me the industrial metal band Project F that I manage. So we were all at some point congregating in the front of the suddenly says, "Mom, look, there's a glorious creature there." Seriously? And he points, and I turn around, and that was my first glimpse of Bill Duvendak.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So you have henceforth been known as the glorious creature in this household.
Of all the nicknames I've had over the years, that's one of the better ones.
Yeah, use it, man.
I will. So you have been to a Left Hand Path Consortium before. I'm assuming since you're going to be back and since you hosted or at least helped host one last year, you're kind of in it. So what are your thoughts of the consortium in general? What words of wisdom do you have to impart to people?
Right. You know, it is, it's very difficult to have the ability to get a bunch of people together who, although they may not see eye to eye on the details and go into the weeds of it all, they have as their common, framework for life, the left-hand path, which is a very powerful framework to walk this journey on. And so when you're getting together with a number of people who share that framework, it doesn't matter. It's going to be special, period, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but especially with the consortium, because, with the consortium, both the experience that I had in Atlanta and all the amazing presenters and artists there, and then the one that I co-hosted last year in Ottawa, where we had, we had Don Webb and Thomas Carlson coming in via distance. We had Shani Oates, Richard Kaczynski. So we had, people that are teachers in the left-hand path, and as well with the Atlanta one. So what you have is this combination of people who are teachers and who've put their life's work into understanding and working with and articulating what it is to be a magician on the left-hand path. You put that together with people who come from all different levels of experience and all different walks of life, but they have this common love. It's magical. It was so wonderful both times. So my words of wisdom would be, support this, Yeah, support it, go to it, because it doesn't come along very often, and these opportunities are precious.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. And
yeah.
I think because of all the reasons you just mentioned, it's worth noting that oftentimes this is a controversial consortium. So that happens a lot when you're out on the bleeding edge. So for those of you that are watching and you want to know what to expect, it's going to be a little more cutting edge, thought-provoking kind of subject matter rather than just regular rigmarole for the reasons that you mentioned. Now, you're going to be joining us. What role do you plan on playing? What are you going to be talking about? What exactly can people expect from you?
I'll be there in a couple of different ways. One is as a presenter. So briefly, very briefly, my topic is going to be about having an existential crisis on the left-hand path. And that touches on what you were just referring to, because right? And when we really take a look at it, you know, well, this is me saying this, but in the end, everything is a hypothesis. You can't claim absolute truth, right? But it's human nature to want the comfort of the truth. So yeah, that comes back to the people gathering together in this state of discomfort as well as having a really great time. Anyway, so I will be speaking about an existential crisis on the left-hand path. And I'll be traveling with Gabriel Macari, who's the owner of anathemapublishing.com. And
nice.
Yeah, he's going to be he's going to have a table there with his books, and one of the books that's going to be there is the most recent edition of Pillars, who's had you know, many different contributors, and I've been one of the contributors for this most recent one, the Scalding of Sapientia. So I hope I'll help Gabriel as well at the book table. And yeah, and I should show my face as well in terms of pitching in and helping out with interviews of other presenters, which will be coming up over the next couple of months.
That's actually one of the reasons I wanted to get this out to everyone now, because you, myself, and a few others that are doing interviews are all coordinating this. So if you're watching this, you don't have to look at my mug on the screen every time. You're going to see some more variety too.
Other mugs. Right?
Other mugs, yes.
Or you know what? No, other glorious creatures.
Other glorious creatures, that works. Now, what projects do you have coming up in the near future that you'd like to showcase?
Yes, well, the biggest one that I'm working on this year is co-authoring a book with Don Webb. And I'll just leave it, you know, sort of vague for now, but the topic is the left-hand path. And that's going to be coming out under Anathema Publishing, and we're aiming for an end of the year publication date. As well, I'm going to be working on contributing to an article or two in a new book that's being released by Folk Horror Revival. And that's a really cool organization out of England. And what they do is once in a while, I think it's they're trying for once a year or something like that, they put together an anthology. And all of the proceeds of the sales go towards, you know, the National Trust and various organizations that are helping animals in distress.
Nice.
So that's you know, that's a work of love. It's all a work of love, but this one is hoping to give back a little bit. And Folk Horror Revival is you know, for people on the left-hand path, an amazing organization. The resources there, you really should check them out. They're on Facebook, and so I'll be working on that. Looking forward to that. More on the business side of things, I'm also co-authoring my third book in the area of conflict resolution for the creative arts industries.
Nice.
So that one's set. Yeah, that one's set to come out. My co-author is very patiently waiting for me to stop mucking about with all the stuff, you know, and get to the business. But that's going to be coming out. We're aiming for later this spring.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Look, it's keeping me busy, and very much looking forward to, you know, there's always other projects, right? There's always other things and events one can contribute to. So it's all good.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. That's some exciting stuff, especially the book with Don Webb. I'm really looking forward to that. The other projects shouldn't be overshadowed by it, but I know how thorough and exacting his thought process is. So to match that vibe is very detail focused.
Right, right. Well, you know, and I'm certainly not going to claim to be able to match the level of intellect and lucid thinking that goes on in that brain. But you know, I think it's an interesting collaboration. We'll put it that way.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure it's going to be talked about for until it comes out. Are there any parting words you want to give everyone before we log off here?
Right. Well, obviously, do come to the Consortium in St. Louis, Missouri. If you go to the website and the Facebook page, you're going to see how much effort and how much passion is being put into this event. And let's keep it running, you know, and let's do another one next year. And that doesn't happen without people participating and showing up with their beautiful faces. So see you there.
So true. Thank you for your time. I know we're both busy, so I'm going to keep it brief. But as always, it's wonderful to see you, and I'm looking forward to July 13th and 14th in the Lou.
Yes. It's going to be great, and it's so nice to see you again, Bill.
Yes, definitely. Have a good afternoon, and for all of you that watch this, there will be more interviews coming. They just might not be from me. So I'll see you in the digital world.